What's going on, guys? Josh Pocock here. And if you've ever built a RAG LLM system, retrieval augmented generation, if you've been using this with LLMs or AI agents, you will know that data processing, data loading is one of the key things when it comes to building good RAG agents with quality data, good insights. And one problem you may have faced is with dealing with unstructured data. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can leverage a platform purpose built for LLM powered unstructured data extraction, and this is a no-code solution. We're going to dive into it and show you how you can set it up fully for free, open source. Let's dive right into it. All right, guys, so I came across Unstract today as I was actually working on a video. I've been working on a video for the last 5 days now that is related to RAG and AI agents and whatnot, which caused me to start looking into Unstract because, of course, data loading is so important and crucial in RAG. All the links I go over, of course, will be in the description down below. Unstract here is a no-code LLM platform to launch APIs and ETL pipelines to structure unstructured documents. Okay, so as I started playing around this tool, and you'll see here in just a second, it is pretty robust. It's a no-code solution, and there's a lot more that you can do, and you can get pretty creative with this, as you'll see once we get into it. It really just has everything out of box. So as you can see here, this kind of sums up what Unstract does. So step 1, do prompt engineering and prompt studio. Step 2, connect inputs and outputs in Workflow Studio. And then step 3, deploy workflows to integrate seamlessly. So unstructured data APIs to custom apps, unstructured data ETL pipelines to data warehouse or database, and then unstructured custom Q&A apps on private data to non-technical business users. Okay, so I actually made a little document right here. This will kind of give you guys pretty much everything you could need in terms of like Unstract resources and a little bit of a setup guide and a bunch of stuff here. So I'll leave this down below for you guys for free so you can reference this if you're going to be using Unstract. Now, a few prerequisites you're going to need before setting this up is Git, Python, Docker, and OpenAI API key. There's some info here about why this is important and what the setup and process usually is from converting unstructured data to LLM friendly data. I'm not going to go over this whole stuff here, but like I said, the documents down below, so you can check that out. But just to quickly skim through some of it, just some examples of unstructured data, just could be stuff like text documents, so emails, reports, articles, social media posts, audio and video files, images, handwritten notes, really anything like, tax receipts, whatever the case may be. And then, so challenges you may face from unstructured data, so lack of predefined format or structure, variability in language, style, and quality, contextual ambiguities, difficulty in organizing and indexing, and then scalability issues when dealing with large volumes. And then the process typically of converting the unstructured data is data processing, so cleaning, standardizing formats, removing noise, and then text extraction, so converting non-text data, so PDF images, into machine readable text, and then tokenization, and then embedding, and then indexing. And then the benefits of converting unstructured data, so enhanced information retrieval, improved decision-making, automation of knowledge work, personalization and customer experience, and then innovation and research. So in their GitHub setup, they recommend 8 GB of RAM. So next thing is either download or release or clone this repo to and do the following. So you're gonna want to run git clone and then the repo right here, and then you're gonna want to cd into Unstract. So I actually already did that, but you're going to open up your terminal and you are going to do that. And then you're just going to run this bash command right here, which is /run-platform.sh. So this is once you're in Unstract. Now you may want to run, actually run code dot. If you don't have to necessarily, but you may want to if you want to check it out some of the files for whatever reason, like here, either way, it's good to have it open. For example, like it will show you what the Minio username and password is, as well as the Quadrant and the Postgres and stuff like that. And you can just check out the whole setup there if you want, but it's really, you don't need to. So yeah, once you run this, it should start. Okay, so you're gonna have to have Docker open up before you run this. So make sure you have that open, and then it's going to start building out the containers. Once you do that, you can go to frontend.unstract.localhost in your browser, and that's going to take you. Okay, so it's actually going to take you to a login page initially, and you're going to want to click on login, and then you're going to want to log in with Unstract as the username and then Unstract as well as the password. Okay, then you're going to log in, and you can see user guide right here for more details on managing the platform. And if you are having trouble, or maybe you don't have enough RAM, you could sign up for the hosted version. I think there is a free trial too. So I personally wouldn't pay for it. So yeah, I just wouldn't pay for it because I think it's pretty pricey. I would rather just leverage the self-hosted version. But yeah, you can check it out, try it out if you want on the hosted version, and then set up. So once you go to the login here and you log in, then you're going to want to do these 4 steps. So you're going to want to connect an LLM, and then you're going to want to connect a vector database, and then you're going to want to connect an embedding model, and then a text extractor. Okay, so it's going to look like this. It's like you're onboarding. So there's many different LLMs you can use. You can use Llama, which is open source models, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to use OpenAI for this example, and then enter name of LLM. So you're going to get this modal pop up right here. So you're going to want to enter this name right here. You can enter anything. It doesn't matter. It's just for Unstract naming convention. So whatever you want to name it. And then you're going to want to enter your API key if you're using OpenAI, and then the model name. So this one, you're actually going to want to enter the exact model name of whatever model you're using. So if you're using OpenAI, you can either just put GPT-4o, or if you want to use a different model, you can go to the models docs right here, find it, and then enter it there. And then you're going to want to click test connection and then click on submit. So that's how you add the LLM. And you're going to want to connect a vector database. So you have 4 different options. So you could do Postgres, Pinecone, Quadrant, whatever. Actually, you have 5 different options. Okay, so for the sake of this video, we're doing Quadrant because once you self-host it, it automatically sets up a Quadrant database for you. Yeah, and then the name can be anything, just like I said with the LLM, but I'm just going to use Quadrant, and then the URL would be this right here for Quadrant. So it would be host.docker.internal and then 6333. And then the API key can literally be anything since we're self-hosting. There's no API key. And then click on test connection and then click on submit. And then you're going to connect an embedding model. So there's 4 different embedding model options. Palm, Llama, OpenAI, and then Azure. We're going to use OpenAI here just to keep it simple. And you can enter the name again right here. This doesn't matter, whatever you want. And then you're going to want to enter the model name exactly as it is. So you can go to embedding models right here on OpenAI, for example. I'm going to be using text-embedding-3-small, and then click on text connection and then click on submit. Okay. And then 4 is connect a text extractor. So there's 4 different extractors. I'm using Llama Parse because LLM Whisper is made by Unstract. I think they give you about 100 a day, but Llama Parse gives you 1,000 free a day. So if you go here, it will ask you to create an account if you don't anyways, or log in. So you can do that and then grab an API key. And then you're going to want to put your API key here. You can put any name here again, and then you could change the result type to text or markdown, whatever you want. And then you could toggle on verbose or not. Okay, I just left it on in default, and then click on text connection and then click on submit. Are you tired of pouring thousands of dollars into appointment setters only to watch leads slip away? Imagine having a team of elite sales agents booking qualified appointments for you around the clock. No more wasted time on training, no more frustration with performance, and no more draining your budget on inconsistent and expensive call centers. Introducing Stride Agents, AI-powered appointment setters that work 24/7, never get tired, and book appointments while you sleep. Trained on thousands of successful conversations, our AI agents outperform human teams at just 1/10 of the cost. Join the ranks of businesses that doubled their appointments and booking rates in just a matter of weeks. Don't get left behind in the AI revolution. Visit strideagents.com now and transform your entire sales process with cutting-edge AI technology. It's time to accelerate your stride with AI agents. Okay, once you do that, you got your 4 main quick starting things set up. Now we're going to actually set up some stuff and basically show you the basics of doing some extraction of unstructured data. So first things first, you're always going to want to start in the prompt studio, and I'm going to actually show you firsthand in just a second. Like I said, there is a lot of different stuff you can do, so I kind of want to give you an overview first. So for every new document or class you need to structure, you should start by creating Project Studio project. So Project Studio is a no-code prompt engineering environment in which you can load sample docs or select any combination of LLM, vector DB, embedding model, and text extractor, and see what kind of results you're able to get. So this is basically like what you can like do to like plan everything out to ensure that it's working and whatnot. And then later on, if you wanted to, you know, set up the API, you could do so. So if I go here to Prompt Studio, you'll see that on the left-hand side here, there's your settings. So if you wanted to add more LLMs or vector DBs or embeddings or text extractors, you can do so. And then there's the build section. So you can build your Prompt Studio to create structured data from unstructured documents. There's the workflows. So you can build no-code data workflows for unstructured data. There's manage. So there's API deployments. So unstructured to structured APIs. ETL pipelines. So unstructured to structured data pipelines. And then task pipelines, ad hoc, unstructured data, task pipelines. Okay. So there is a lot, and there's really like a lot you could do. We won't get to cover everything in this video, but I will kind of give you some of the basics, and I will give you a roadmap too if you want to expand upon this and go deeper into this. Okay, so when you're in Prompt Studio here, you can click on New Project, and this is how you could create a new project here. So in this example, I'm just doing credit card processing or parser right here. You can put anything for the author or org name. I just put JP. And then the description, so this project parses credit card statements. You could add an icon too if you want, then click save. Here's just a picture showing you kind of, because once you actually set everything or get into the prompt studio, it's going to look something like this. Yours won't look like this right off the get-go because I actually already added some prompts and some documents here. But yeah, this is like kind of the different components of the prompt studio. What you're going to want to do to start is go to the settings up here, and you're going to want to create an LLM profile. So in prompt studio, you click on settings, and then you're going to click on manage LLM profiles, and then add a new LLM profile. Okay. So if I go up here to settings, you'll see LLM profiles. I already have one, but you could add a new one like so. So you can see here, I could fill it out. Like I could do my vector database, text embedding, text extractor, right? Llama parse. You could add chunk sizes and overlaps, and then you add a name right here, and then you would just click add. Okay, you can do things like manage grammar. Now this preamble is basically something you want to add as well, and the postamble is in too. So preambles are prefixes to any prompt instruction that is sent to the LLM. It can be very useful to avoid any unnecessary repetition. And then postambles are like preambles and serve much of the same purpose, except they are suffixed to each prompt you enter. So in this case, our preamble is your ability to extract and summarize this context accurately is essential for effective analysis, blah, 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 blah. You can go ahead and read that if you want. And then our postamble is do not include any explanation in the reply, only include the extracted information in your reply. Okay, so once you create your LLM profile, then you can actually start creating prompts. So if I click on new prompt right here, you'll see I get a new prompt down here. Now I'm going to delete this because I don't need this, but you can see here I already created 5 different prompts. This is like essentially data that we're going to be extracting from here. So I loaded up, you can click on manage documents here, and you can upload files, right? So I already uploaded some right here. Once you upload them, they'll say not indexed. But if you click here, you'll see that they actually start indexing, and you could go ahead and select whatever document you want to show right here. Okay, so when you're creating a prompt, you'll see there's different things that you can change within the prompt creation. All right, so you can see I got this dummy document right here as a bank statement loaded up. And let's say we wanted to, you can see here we got like credit card issuer name, customer address, payment info, spend line items, and we got, you know, a description here. Let's go ahead and say we wanted to run. We could either run all LLMs for current document or run all LLMs for all documents. So let's just do this and then this. All right, so you can see here we're extracting everything. We're extracting the customer name, which is Joseph Paulson right here. It's already done. Now we're extracting the customer address, and you can see the logs down here too. You can see how it's running, extracting the different document, the different line items right here. So we can see the results right here. We can see that in our prompt, we said put all these items into a JSON array and return that. So we got that right here. All right, so you can see all of the documents have an index now. And also too, you can either view the document right here in PDF view or in raw view. Now you could click on each one of these like separately, like I just did, or you can go up here and click on them up here to run every single one. And then right here is the output analyzer. So if I click right here, you'll see, we can see, you know, our document on the left-hand side, and then we can see the extraction right here on the right. And then you can click on document parser or on combined output to see everything. All right, so once you actually, you know, prove your prompt studio, you can come up here. Okay, so you can click export as tool here, going to custom tool exported successfully. And now we can use it in different workflows. So there's really two main workflows. One is API workflows. The next is unstructured data ETL pipelines. So API workflows basically allow the publishing of an API that will return JSON format when a document is passed to it. And the ETL pipelines, essentially, you can pick documents from a network, cloud file system, object store. You can structure them and then push that data into a database or a data warehouse. Okay, so when you're in workflows, you can click on create new workflow. Then you can add your workflow name right here, add a description, then click on create workflow. That's going to open up the workflow studio right here. So first things first is the input configuration up here. So you could do API or you could do file system. We're going to do API, but if you wanted to use an ETL pipeline, you would do file system. And then you can connect things like Google Drive, Google Storage, Dropbox, the Minio S3. Let's go ahead and click API. And we're going to do API right here for the output as well. All right, so on this left right here, we have the workflow chain. So here you can basically drag and drop different tools. So I could drag our credit card statement parser right here. We also have default ones such as file classifier, text extractor, but all your tools are going to show up on the right hand side, and you can kind of create more advanced workflows and have step 1, step 2, step 3. But we're just going to use a basic one right now. Okay, if you click on the tool right here, you'll be able to access tool setting. And then down here, we have some other options. We have like run workflow, clear cache, clear process file history, and then you can deploy as API. And then here is deploy as ETL. And then here is deploy as task pipeline. So we're going to do deploy as API, and then here you can add API deployment. Okay, so you can add your display name, description, and then an API name, and we're going to click save. So if we go up here to API deployments, this is where we will see our API deployments. So here we can see credit card statements API, and we can see our API endpoint. So if we go here to manage keys, we can see our API keys right here. All right, guys, so I think you get the point. There is a lot more you can do with Unstract, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview on a few different things, from building workflows, prompt studio, API deployments, and all the different settings with an LLM, vector DBs, embedding, text extractor, etc. So if you're new to the channel, we upload videos every single day on AI, automation, business growth, etc. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for the recent 8K subscribers. We are on the road to 10K. I know we're going to hit it very soon. So I appreciate all the new support, and hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to use Unstract. Maybe you have tried it before. Maybe you see a specific use case, or maybe you think there's better alternatives. Maybe you want to custom code your own thing, or maybe you just think you have a better tool. Whatever the case may be, I think this is a good tool really for doing things at scale with the different API deployments, and the ETL pipelines are pretty cool. And I think there's a lot more, like I said, that you can look into and get some cool use cases from that I didn't even explore yet. So if you have some, let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, guys, if you haven't already joined our free community, stricommunity.com, check the link below. You can join our free Facebook group and Discord channel. Also too, guys, if you run a business or you run a call center and you want to have AI appointment setters booking appointments into your calendar automatically while you sleep, through voice, through text, through email, whatever the case may be, then check out strideagents.com. I'll leave a link down below. Speed to lead is super key when calling your leads, so our AI appointment setting agents are trained on thousands of successful conversational pathways to make sure that no matter what industry you're in, no matter what business you are in, our AI agents will outperform your current human appointment setters or call center reps, guaranteed. So check that out in the description down below, and I will see you in tomorrow's video, guys. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, accelerate your stride. Take care.